Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today, it's going to be a match between TJD and Mamon here on Destination. I don't know these two players, but this was in the Gosu Gamers replay pack sent to me by Lazaros, and it has not let me down yet. So, let's go ahead and get right on into it. The Peach, or light pink Protoss player, it's going to be TJDNFDNDB. Gonna call him TJD from now on. Maybe like TJ. TJ is good. And in the bottom right-hand corner, it is the teal Zerg player, Mamon. Alright, so I kind of feel like these players should be known. Hang on a second. I don't know. The replay pack had no idea who they were. So I don't think these are people with pages. But I'm going to do a quick check here anyway in the early stages. I know you love this stuff. I know you like it when I Google here. Alright, so it is a Russian Zerg player here, Mamon. This looks like an ICC Cup event, obviously, just because there are ICC Cup observers involved. So these players are good. APMs are over, well, you know, over 400 here, which is fantastic. Is anybody doing any, like, proxies or crazy stuff? There is a probe sneaking down this left side. I feel like this is doing something, because this is a two-player map. You don't need to scout down there. This is not where the Zerg player could have started. Is he doing some proxy shenanigans? It looks like some proxy shenanigans, but it's a pool first out of the Zerg. About a 9 pool there with the overpool play. And the probe is sneaking. Oh, yeah. He's throwing a probe down here. Overlord scouting will not know what's going on until it's pretty much too late. Whatever the Protoss player is doing is going to be a pretty darn good time, if you ask me. Oh, this is good. This is looking really fantastic. All right, now what I need is I need to look at the TJD name. Autocomplete thinks that I want to look for Brood War cheats when I type in Smurf. I don't know why. It's extremely strange. All right, now we do a quick search for TJD. Search. Anything on this page at all? No. Meanwhile, what is going on here? Some lings are moving out, but oh, these are just cannons? These are just cannons coming up. What a weird place. Oh, hang on. He's mining this out himself. TJD is going to mine out this little mineral patch that blocks access to here, easy access to back here, at least at first. And the lings are coming around, so he sniffed this out. He sees it. Are there enough lings to actually shut this down there? There are 2 cannons present right now. For 6 lings, I don't think it's enough. I really don't think it is, but the lings perhaps do think it is enough as they're sitting back here very patiently. They're letting these cannons finish. They're letting this pylon finish. What a very creative cannon rush this is. I am enjoying it immensely thus far. Alright, TJD doesn't show up anywhere on the Smurf list either, so I don't know who this is. But it looks like probably a European-style play here, just because, obviously, the first player is Russian, Mamon is. Well, that drone just straight up died to that probe. That is a Gosu probe right there. And a gateway is coming up, so he's just building a lot of his stuff over here on the Zerg side of the map. He's got a single cannon defending back home. I kind of feel like, honestly, you just send the lings across the map and you win the game, but going after the cannons here... Can you get it? Absolutely yes. You're going to knock down both these cannons. This pylon's going to die. This attempt, the gateway gets canceled. The probes are going to go down. So whatever the heck TJD was trying to do here, he got sniffed out early enough. The lings were ready to go. The lings were patient. Mamon did not get in there sooner than he had to. And as a result, there's a lot invested into here that is not happening for TJD. He is in an immense amount of trouble. He really is. I mean, in fairness, the Zerg player does not have a natural. He's just now starting it. And it's about 17 to 13 supplies, so TJD is technically up on that. That's a lot of probes he's got, man. That's a lot of probes he has. If he is up on supply and has 0 army, yeah, man, that's probes, way more probes than drones at this stage. There's a lot of lings cruising around. They're checking for proxies. They're holding the ramp. They're chasing this probe. They need to kill this probe. Anytime there's any kind of aggression like this, like a cannon rush, or proxies coming up inside your base or near your base, you need to kill the probes first, because that is what is causing you the problem. ICC Cup Cold says plus. I don't know if he's trying to speed up the game watching it live, but I don't think that works. I'm pretty sure that's not how that is. Overlord doing a nice job scouting, recognizing nothing can kill me. Honestly, the Cybernetics Core is not even getting started yet. There's cannons. This is Zealots. This is preparation for a Ling counterattack that honestly it's not coming. Maybe. Like a couple of Lings were cruising out here, but Mamon is playing extremely passively, extremely defensively right now, and I'm not sure that's what he wants to do. Man, Lings, and more Lings cruising around, just scouting, really. These are not aggressive Lings at all. They might try to shut down an attempt at an expansion here, but 2 Zealots are more than enough to say no to that. 2 cannons inside the main base are enough to keep all of those probes alive forever and ever versus 2 Zerglings. And I mean, unless it was a Ling Flood, this is just the Protoss player is fine. He really is. He's still not worried about a Cybernetics Core, so he's not planning on any kind of Dragoon play or really anything past Zealot at this stage. Cyber Core is your gateway to everything if you're Protoss, but just basically been droning up. He's making 4 more Lings. Why would you make 4 more Lings here, Mamon? I'm trying to figure this out. What do you see that makes you feel like you need more Zerglings than you already have? They're Speedlings. They're really fast. Evolution Chamber coming up now. Looks like now the Ling counterattack perhaps is in earnest. Can't believe the scouting here. This probe, there we go. Finally gets picked off. Nicely done. Zerglings on top of the Zealots. We'll go ahead and turn on health bars just by selecting them here. Great control on these Zealots, though. Wow. No Zealots die. Seriously, this guy's got a kill. 3 HP, and he is dead alive there. Fantastic hold by TJD. Absolutely beautiful play there. Cannon firing. And, yeah, Cannon gets a couple kills there, too. Maybe the Zealot did, but Cannon and Zealot working in tandem. Is that the Cyber Core? Finally, the Cyber Core at 6.5 minutes here from TJD. So overall, I'm gonna feel like that was a waste. They try to get the... can't do that either. Mamon, you're in trouble, man. You went for a counterattack with Lings and got 0 damage done. If you make that many Zerglings, you had sure better kill a bunch of Zealots and that cannon possibly to make it worth it. But as it stands, you're effectively 2-basing it right now. You are working on +1 ground carapace for the Lings. You're finally droning up a little bit. You have more Zerglings, though. Why? Why are you going so many Zerglings? We have seen this recently. I did cast a game recently where a Zerg player did this in a ZVT. Made a lot of Lings, put some serious pressure up, and then did manage to tech up to Defilers at some point. And really, I mean, make it work, honestly, but you got to get damage done. He was killing stuff. He was killing Marines. He was killing bunkers, forcing liftoff in the natural base, killing SCVs. But this is not what this is. This is Zerglings that are doing nothing. Nothing at all. Again, they've killed 0 of these Zealots. A lot of them are injured. Okay, so 2 of them are injured. They're moving out. All right, man, I guess it's time to move out with slow Zealots. Meanwhile, Probe sneaks back here. Are you kidding me right now? All right, that needs to go off, that needs to go off, that needs to go off. And we need to see... He can't see that. Are you kidding right now? Zerglings do the counterattack. When the Zealots move out, they take down both cannons. They get inside the main base. There are only 2 cannons here, man. I don't know why the Zealots moved out. Seems insane to do. Ooh, going after the gas seems like a pretty decent strategy, but covered fairly well by that cannon. Cyber Core, the next priority target here. And yes, everybody... Oh, hang on. One of the Lings goes down. And that Cyber Core is going to die. I hope you enjoy your Stargate, because that's the only higher tech you're going to have for some time. And a Citadel of a Dune here, too. So that's good. Zealot might shut that thing down. All of the Zealots come back over this way. Still trying to mine out this mineral field. I'm assuming this is a stacked mineral field situation, where it just takes a long time to get through it. They build it through sneaky map building techniques passed on from generation to generation. The Corsair coming up right now. I mean, really, what else are you going to do? You're not building a scout now. Corsair is fine. Go ahead and kill this Overlord. Maybe try to supply block the Zerg. So many Zerglings cruising up from the south to the north. The cannons are up. And the Zerg player, no. The delayed follow-up cannon rush. These Zealots are dead. Fancy Micro will not save you here, friends. Pylon down, probe down, 1 base Protoss. But these look at these cannons getting this mineral line. Sunken goes down. Bam. Zealots get inside the house without having to go through this wall, because they finally took the minerals down. Zealots are here. What an absolutely bonkers game this is. Again, deserving of the Gosu Gamers tag. They always are. I don't know how. But they always are. I might just put Gosu Gamers on the title. I don't know. I'm not sure how to let you guys know that a replay is from this pack, but... Zealots, can they hang here? The drones are getting some good damage in, and yeah, the Zealots need to get out, or they're all going to die. They need to pull back to the safety of their cannons is what they should do. Yeah, there we go. Let's get saved by the cannons. Ow, ow. Zerglings taking shots directly to the face there. So both players, I don't know, are we one base in it? Not really. The Zerg's on 2, the Protoss is on 1, which is natural state of things here. Sunken does manage to come up despite taking significant hits. Oh, Lings take that sucker down, and that cannon's going to die too. So once again, ejecting the Protoss from behind his base. Mamon making it happen here. Corsair is taking down Overlords because nothing can shoot up. He supply blocked Mamon quite heavily. 19 available supply here for Mamon. He only has 19 available supply. Okay, 35. But look at all of the Overlords that are popping. There's finally a Spore Colony here, but it can't. I mean, I guess it hits hard enough. You don't want to sit over it and kill an Overlord. But yeah, Corsair's making it happen. Natural base, I don't think it's going to work for you, TJD. Well, that's not enough Lings. You just didn't bring enough up here. Replacement Cybercore, maybe? No, he's not worried about it. Wait, yes, he is. No, he's not. He's not worried about it. He got a Citadel of Adun. He got a Stargate. He's done. He is ready to rock here. So, alrighty then. What an absolutely insanely intense game here for the first 11 minutes thus far. It's only 46 to 35 supply at the 11-minute mark, which is crazy. Hydralisk Den is done. Gas income off of 2 extractors for the Zerg player. He's got his Overlord clustered over this one single Spore Colony. And it's keeping them alive so far. Corsairs are scouting, but they're not really finding much to do, unfortunately for them. But it means there's really not much bat mission for Mamon anyway. Mamon? What have I been calling him? One of the two. Like, stop me if you've heard this one, but Lings are cruising on in to the natural base, which is trying to be established for the 3rd time today from TJD. Still, honestly, not working on a Cybernetics core at all. He's got a Dark Templar out. He's got a High Templar out. He's got 3 High Templar in production. Maybe he's going for like a Zealot Archon thing against all of these Lings. Good until the Hydras start popping. Then you're in trouble. Ooh, this Overlord's in trouble too. He's going to come back here, and the Corsair's going to be like, hooray, we can finally kill something. We're not entirely useless. 0 kills on that one. 4 kills on that one. 0 kills on that one. Yeah, see, look. Ah, get him! Get the Overlord. Are you doing this again? Oh, DT sneaking down back here. Okay. Oh, he's keeping the Overlords clustered here so we can move the Dark Templar into the main base and wreck everything. But there's a new Spore there. Well done. Well done recognizing he could use some anti-air and some detection in his main as the back door is open. Good map awareness. I'm going to call that good game sense out of Mamon there. Mamon. Call him Mamon, I think. And Spore Colony in trouble. Whack, 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 whack. Overlord getting picked off here. The Corsairs are absolutely sacrificing their own lives to do this. And Dark Templar are happy to kill your drones if you want to come on in and do that. Ah, that's fine. Oh my gosh. 9 kills. 3 kills. 4 kills. You got to take down the Spore. A couple whacks on the Spore. Oh, 1 gets picked off. 12 kill. DT does manage to make it out. Ling's coming on back home to try to see what they can do there. Zealots with legs are very fast. Dark Templar trying to sneak on in. Ah, they should have focused down the Spore. They should have focused down the Spore. This would have been dead. I think this would have been dead. I really do. The Corsairs owned the air. Overlords couldn't get in there in time. I guess they have speed now, so they're pretty zippy, which is nice. But yeah, just nothing but Zealots here out of TJD. Storm is coming on now from TJD. We got Zealots. We got Archons with +1. The main base, I think, is dead. I don't think these Lings can handle +1 Zealots and Archons. Sure, they got the +1/+1 themselves, so they're not terrible. Yeah, but look at them. Just hear them. A Zealot goes down, but I think that's it. Couple Hydras, but it's not really enough. Even with good micro, which that wasn't necessarily. It doesn't matter. The splash damage on those drones was pretty good, huh? 1 manages to make it out. There's a Lurker here with upwards of 8 HP. Alright, so the Lurker manages to save this. I cannot believe how nip and tuck this game has been. Archons are getting damaged by the Lurker, but it's not the end of the world for them. Zerglings, though. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Yeah, 8 kills and 9 kills on those Archons. Alright. That's not too bad. Little unupgraded Hydralisk is like, I'll get you. I'll get you, my pretty. Oh, trapping him in with the Sunken means the death. And then the Surrounder on the second one, too. Nicely done. Good control by Mamon. So we got High Templar. They got Storm working on a robotics facility. 2 base to 2 base. I just don't see the Zerg player winning this. A's down 75 to 46. These Zealots keep running in, but there are just enough Lings here, and there's a little bit of Hydra support somewhere. I guess turning into a Lurker. That's pretty darn good against these Zealots for sure. Sunkens, again, defending the natural base really well. You don't want to go in there if you're a Zealot. There are 4 Sunkens just ready to bash you to pieces if you wander in that direction, or purposefully stride in that direction. Had somebody tell me they hate it when I say that units are wandering places, because obviously they're being purposefully put there by someone who's controlling them. And yes, I understand that, but I don't know, it kind of feels like a bit of a wandering sometimes to me. Poetic license, let's just call it that, I suppose. Observatory on the way from TJD. He wants to be able to deal with those Lurkers. Spire about halfway complete now for the Zerg player down here inside the main, but he needs a third. He's needed a third for like 2 or 3, 4 minutes now. I feel like Dragoons in production, shuttle in production. Could we maybe see a support bay? Maybe. Hey, look, a Lurker drop. A single Lurker gets a drop in. No kills on that, dude. Does get picked up and saved, as transportation is done for Overlords too. And Storm on the Lurker, he dead. Yep, Storm is a good answer to those Lurkers for sure. +2 attack is on the way for the Zealots and the Dragoons and all the other ground units that have an attack. Corsair's trying to see, is anybody expand down here? No. Ooh, it's a Storm. It's going to be attempted Storm attack from the back side of this thing. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. That is some effective 11 kill High Templar. He done. Great play. Really great play, says Mamon. Fantastically great play there. It was. Sneaking a High Templar all the way down. He didn't fly him down. He just walked him all the way down the map. Down the left side, across the bottom, stuck it in, Storm, done. 90 to 62. Zerg players in trouble. Are you a pro gamer? Says Mamon. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I mean, his APM is pretty consistently 275 or so. Again, ICC Cup. People are here. I don't know what that means, though. Third base attempted here by the Protoss before the third base of the Zerg player is up. That does not bode well for the Zerg player at all. Hey, Storm drops. Remember what I said about Storm drops doing great stuff? That's one. Ow. 67 total supply for the Zerg. Lurkers up here to defend, I guess. Dragoons are going to clear out this little attempt to deny the third base for TJ. Lurker drop in the natural base, doing some serious damage there too, though. Oh man, this game is coming down to it. I really feel like it is. 12 kills, 6 kills on those Lurkers. Shutting down all of the mining at TJ's natural base, which is bad because his main is effectively mined out and he doesn't have a third. Holy smokes. Can the Zerg player come back? I like how he didn't bring his drones back to work at the main. He's like, you know what? No, we're good. I think we're okay. Dragoons trying to come from the other side to take down these Lurkers. The probes, no! Probes, why? The probe's coming back to work before it is safe to do so. Wow, that was cutting it close for sure. Free Lurker on the right side gets picked off. Drones finally coming back to work with 1 million Lurkers on the ground. And a Corsair hanging out. That's not a shuttle at all, in fact. Not even the tiniest of bits. 73 to 61 supply. Back to work at the natural. Fewer probes than you had previously, but this is some pretty scary stuff here. +2 attack on the Dragoons. Gonna try to attack right into the teeth of the Zerg defense. Again, still no third base. Thinking about it. Thinking about taking a third, but also really worried about a Protoss attack cruising across here and murdering him right away. Which is a fair concern. There's a pretty darn big Protoss army here. It's a lot of Dragoons to deal with the Lurkers. A big Ling flood would be great, but there's not the money to do that for Mamon. He's got a good number of Lings, and they have 2-2, which is beautiful, honestly. Having 2-2 against these Dragoons is going to be extremely useful. Okay, so no High Templar in the mix, just Zealots and Dragoons with their +2 attack. High Templar are kind of thinking about it, but is it bad pathing or what? I don't know what it is. I guess just harassing. The Sunkens are in great position to shut down the harassment, though. Yeah, Lurkers burrowing on the top of the ramp there, too. Pretty good defensive position. Lings running to their deaths for some reason. All the drones getting pulled out of there, out of the natural base. That feels a little premature. You don't need all of them over there, but whatever. Dragoons continuing to push up the ramp here, killing Overlords. Sure. Free Overlords are nice. Killing the Lurkers would be nice too, though. He needs an observer, and he's bringing one over right now. Observer, yes. High Templar gets picked off. Does toss down a Storm here on this bridge, though. And yeah, Overlord's getting killed. Once again, severely supply blocked is Mamon. 64 out of 44 available supply. Third base kind of attempted again from TJ. Not going to happen, as there are Zerglings ready to shut that down. There's a single cannon, and 2/2lings can handle that, no problem. Storm attempt here again out of Mamon. Dark Templar shows up at the third base of the Zerg player. Going to shut that sucker down real fast. Oh, lets it finish. Lets it finish, and then starts hammering at it here. Lurkers just kind of dancing back and forth, trying to do stuff up here. Trying to find places to kill things. Zerglings again, 2/2lings against these Dragoons. Not bad. Where the heck are the Zealots? Are there no Zealots anymore? It doesn't seem like there are any Zealots here with the detection and the range of the Dragoons and the attack. Yeah, that's not going to work at all. More supply blocked. So dang supply blocked. Lings on top of Dragoons. Not doing it, though. Not doing it. There's too many Dragoons, and the High Templar has not thrown down a Storm yet. Maybe he has. But he's got one left over, and that's really what matters. There's the Storm, actually, on the Lurker to take it down, and that might be it. That might be your good game. Mamon is supply blocked. He's got these Lurkers up here trying to do stuff, and they're doing some good stuff, I guess. No kills, 4 kills on that one. Trying to slow it down, but he cannot deal with these Dragoons because he keeps getting supply blocked, because he keeps bringing Overlords right over their Dragoons. Wow, just a drone massacre here. Blah, 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 blah. That is so many dead drones. I guess that's one way to not be supply blocked, is to lose all of your drones by using them to attack Dragoons. Pro tip, don't do that. Just run them. Maybe if the Dragoons don't have any upgrades, it might be worth it depending on how many there are and how many drones you have, but that was not a good situation. Observer gets picked off by something, maybe 1 or 2 close to the Spore Colony there, but pretty good micro. Again, against Zerglings with 2/2, these Dragoons are not actually all that good, but it doesn't matter. Good game out of Mamon, and TJ calls the WW. He is the winner here in 21 minutes and 54 seconds. Hoorah! That is what I am talking about. That is some great CVP. Zerg player never gets a third. Protoss player gets a natural base after 10 minutes and never gets a third base of his own. The Storm drops and the Storm moving on over behind the base, those were fantastic. The secondary cannon rush at 6 minutes was tons of fun there too. Actually getting this back door open early was a lot of fun. Yeah, man, good game. Obviously, I feel like the Protoss player is better than the Zerg, for sure. Like, a better Zerg player would have handled that much more gracefully and possibly even won, depending on certain timings and how good their macro was and stuff. But, man, a lot of drones died. A lot of drones died. Look at how few there are here for Mamon. He's got 16 total supply. It was a good time to tap out. He knew what was up. He knew. He was aware. But 72-16 at the end of the game here. Protoss player, again, dealing with harass of his own with Lurkers coming from the backside. One good turn deserves another, said Mamon there. But in the end, the Dragoon push was enough. 9 kills, 6 kills, 14 kills, 8 kills, 9 kills, 12 kills, 16 kills, and 7 kills. 5 kills on the High Templar. That is some incredibly effective Dragoon play. Look at these guys paying for themselves with their +2 attack and their decent micro. Delicious, delicious stuff. All right, let's check out our final score. Going to be 75,000 for Mamon, 81,000 for TJ. TJ killed 293 units and only lost 89 of his own. That's a good ratio for a PvZ if you want to win that thing. 16 buildings killed by Mamon. In fairness, a lot of those were on his side of the map, and therefore fairly easy to kill once he knew that they existed. But yeah, resources. Again, if you want to win games of StarCraft, you guys get resources, macro, get bases, build workers all the time. Because look at this, more gas mined by about, 6,000 there. That's a good amount of gas mined for TJ. And he did, I mean, you could tell, right? He had a ton of Dragoons, he had Corsairs, he had Dark Templar, he had High Templar, he had Storm, he had Observers, whereas it was mostly Zerglings and a couple Hiders and a couple Lurkers and drop in speed, and that was not a lot of gas, comparatively, for Mamon. Minerals mined, fairly even, but spent here about 1,000 more for TJ. So again, good little PvZ there, a lot of fun. A lot of action, honestly, coming from both sides of the map, and really from just the first tip. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful stuff there. That is going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead and hit that like button Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /FalconPaladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.